You've crossed over into the Duluo continent and become a 100-year-old spirit beast, a tiger. Although you're unwilling to accept this reality, there's nothing you can do about it. Only when you awaken a god-tier talent that automatically increases your cultivation level do you truly understand what it means to love what you once hated. Every minute, your cultivation age increases by 1 year. In a single day, that's an increase of 1,440 years. In less than 10 days, you'll become a 10,000-year spirit beast. Right now, you're in the Star-Do Great Forest. You slowly open your eyes, and what greets you is a mountain of corpses in a sea of blood. The ground is littered with the bodies of white tigers. You struggle to get up, wanting to leave this hellish place. Suddenly, you slip and fall hard onto the pile of bodies. A pool of blood reflects a tiger's face. The king character on your forehead is blurred by the gore. How did it come to this? Pain flares up from your wounds. Your vision gets blurrier and blurrier as countless fragments of memory flash through your mind. The sounds of battle faintly echo in your ears. In the blink of an eye, the ground is covered with bodies. Chrysanthemum Pass searches for a long time, but finally leaves empty-handed and enraged. Spirit Hall. They actually slaughtered my entire clan. You roar in anger, grinding your teeth. With that, you fall unconscious. You don't know how much time has passed. When you open your eyes again, the wounds on your body have stopped bleeding and have begun to scab over. They're starting to heal, just as you're wondering what to do and where to go. A screen of light appears before your eyes. By that calculation, you can gain 1,440 years of cultivation in a single day. The best part is, you don't have to do anything. In less than 10 days, you'll become a 10,000-year spirit beast. In less than 3 months, you'll be able to run rampant through the Star-Do Great Forest. When that time comes, even if you can't flatten Spirit Hall, you can at least kill Chrysanthemum Pass and get your revenge. A day passes in the blink of an eye. The screen of light is covered with dense notifications about your increased cultivation age. Cultivation age, 1,540 years. You stand up and walk out of the cave. You're a 1,000-year spirit beast now. Staying in the outermost ring of the Star-Do Great Forest is beneath your station. You step into a dark, damp area, and instantly feel a pair of eyes from the shadows fixed upon you. You scan your surroundings cautiously, until you spot the man-faced markings etched into a tree trunk. It's then you realize you've stepped into the territory of a man-faced demon spider. You immediately prepare to retreat, but the moment you move, a web shoots out from the shadows, flying swiftly towards you. You immediately push off with all 4 legs, leaping to the side to dodge the attack. With a whoosh, the man-faced demon spider drops from high above, staring you down. Its legs are over 3 meters long. It has at least 2,000 years of cultivation. Don't tell me this is the one Tang San gets his external spirit bone from. The man-faced demon spider attacks instantly, its speed astonishing. In the blink of an eye, it's right in front of you. You don't dare hesitate for even a second. With a furious roar, you leap high and land hard on the man-faced demon spider's back. Baring your long fangs, you aim for its weak spot, its eyes, and bite down. The man-faced demon spider begins to thrash wildly, but it's no use. It then raises its rear and shoots webbing into the air, but you ignore it and bite down even harder. With a sickening crunch, your 4 sharp fangs pierce the man-faced demon spider's eyes. It thrashes violently, its abdomen spewing out globs of webbing and venom. A moment later, it collapses weakly to the ground, all signs of life gone. Meanwhile, your tiger body is covered in wounds corroded by its venom, especially on your back and legs. The wounds are so deep you can see the bone, and you have no way to purify the venom. You have no choice but to tear off the rotting flesh yourself so it doesn't hinder your healing. After the intense fight, your stomach is growling with hunger. With tears in your eyes, you have no choice but to eat the corpse of the man-faced demon spider. Soon after, a wave of sleepiness hits you. You climb a large nearby tree and, hidden by the thick leaves, you fall into a deep sleep. In your sleep, you feel an itch on your back, as if something is about to sprout from it. You wanted to see but couldn't open your eyes for a moment, only able to unconsciously keep growling. It wasn't until the next morning that you slowly opened your eyes. Stretching your limbs, you just felt so tired from the day before. Just as you were about to leap down from the branch, you realized you were actually in midair. Taking a closer look, 8 faintly glowing spider legs were spread out, hanging from the branches. An external spirit bone. I'm a white tiger, yet I grew 8 spider legs? Who would believe that if I told them? You retracted the 8 spider lances, turned, and landed on the ground, suddenly realizing a serious problem. You could actually obtain a spirit bone from another spirit beast. Just as you were feeling confused, the sound of footsteps came from not far away. You immediately hid. A moment later, several young figures approached. They stopped, looking at the demon-faced spider that was now just an empty shell. Little San, what kind of spirit beast are you preparing to hunt for your 3rd spirit ring? Teacher's suggestion was a phantom king vine, but we'll have to see how things go. It was clearly the protagonist group, here for Tang San's 3rd spirit ring. At that moment, Yu Xiaogang walked over to the demon-faced spider's body and observed it carefully. Teacher, what is it? Little San, look, the demon-faced spider's web skill is also a control type, and it contains poison. I just had a thought. It might be more suitable for your blue-silver grass to absorb its spirit ring. What do you think? Teacher, I agree with your point of view. Judging from what happened when I got my 1st spirit ring, absorbing the demon-faced spider's spirit ring is not out of the question. A web combined with poison. That kind of control is even a bit better than the phantom king vines. After the group decided on their target, they immediately headed forward. They were going to look for another demon-faced spider. Only then did you emerge from the shadows. It's a shame Tang San's group had Zhao Wuji, a level 76 spirit saint, protecting them. Otherwise, you wouldn't mind going up and wiping them all out. You headed in another direction. For now, the main priority was to find a place suitable for yourself. Just lay low for a year, and you could sweep through the entire Stardow forest. After 2 years, you could sweep through the entire continent. Who would dare to defy you? They can take it up with your cultivation level. Thinking this, your steps became much lighter. You didn't even notice the wounds on your body. Without realizing it, they had already healed completely. Suddenly, you stopped in your tracks. Ahead of you, a tigress had appeared. Like you, she was snow white all over and of a similar age. She growled lowly, cautiously approaching. Just as you were feeling confused, the white tigress actually stuck out her tongue and began licking your fur messily, then slowly moved backward. Constantly sniffing all over, this tigress couldn't be in heat, could she? Did she come looking for me to mate? It wasn't until the white tigress raised her tail and continuously shook her behind that you were finally sure your guess was right. Without the slightest hesitation, you turned and left. Although your body is a tiger, your soul is human. You still couldn't accept something like this. Seeing you actually run away, the white tigress let out an angry roar. How could you dare to stay? You were afraid she would force herself on you. Night fell. You finally found a place suitable for yourself. Just as you were about to lie down comfortably, you slowly got up again and sat with your legs crossed. Although it was a bit difficult at first, it would be fine after getting used to it. You must always remember that you are human. You can't completely degenerate just because your body is a spirit beast. Not only that, you also decided to make fire by drilling wood. The difference between humans and animals is that humans have mastered fire. Half an hour later, you placed a spirit beast's leg on the fire to roast. The aroma of meat continuously wafted toward you. It smells tempting even without any seasoning. Suddenly, a voice rings out from nearby. Hey, buddy, it's dangerous to start a fire all by yourself at night. You turn your head in surprise. Even though it's nighttime, you can still clearly see the other person dressed in red. His chubby face is filled with panic. The newcomer is actually Ma Hongjun. The man and the tiger lock eyes. The air grows strangely silent. After what feels like an eternity, the smell of something burning fills the air. You quickly turn your head to rotate the leg of meat, a pained look on your face. When you turn your head back again, Ma Hongjun has already fled in a panic. What's with all the panic? Don't tell me you went for a piss and got your butt bitten by a spirit beast? You guys will not believe what I just saw. Quick, tell us. Stop being so dramatic. I saw a white tiger. Tang San and the others are speechless. This is the Stardow Great Forest. Is it that strange to see a spirit beast here? What's the big deal? And here I thought it was something interesting. I saw that white tiger sitting cross-legged, just like a person. It even had a fire going and was roasting meat. It was too dark for me to see clearly. I thought it was a person, so I went up to say hello. We just stared at each other for the longest time. I could see that the white tiger's face was filled with surprise. If the meat hadn't started to burn, I think I would have been a goner. Ma Hongjun, are you telling some kind of joke? How could a spirit beast possibly sit like a human? Exactly, and roasting meat? Couldn't you come up with a better story than that? It's not funny at all. I swear on my honor. Everything I said is the absolute truth. Do you, Ma Hongjun, even have any honor? I swear on my life. Everything I said is true. If you don't believe me, just come with me and see. Tang San and the others got up, skeptical but curious. They followed Ma Hongjun toward the White Tiger's location. Should we tell teacher Zhao Wou? No need, we'll just take a quick look and come right back. It's nothing serious. We'll be quick. Led by Ma Hongjun, Tang San and the others quietly snuck back. They peeked their heads out to look, only to see a white tiger lying on the ground, sleeping. It looked exactly like a normal spirit beast. The fire was long since extinguished, and the roasted meat had vanished without a trace. Ma Hongjun, that white tiger is clearly just lying there sleeping. Yeah, and what fire? What roasted meat? All I see is the half-eaten carcass of another spirit beast. Impossible. Ma Hongjun quietly peeked his head out to look. Seeing this, you immediately sit up. You pull out the roasted meat, take a huge bite, and grin at Ma Hongjun's panicked expression. Ma Hongjun immediately yanked his head back, his face deathly pale. He was dripping with cold sweat. Didn't you guys see that? It was totally sitting up. It even pulled out the roasted meat to eat. It even smiled at me. Tang San and the others peeked their heads out once more. Then they looked at Ma Hongjun, speechless. You take a good look at what it's doing. Dai Mubai grabbed him and lifted him up. Ma Hongjun frantically rubbed his eyes. He just couldn't believe his eyes. The white tiger in front of him was really just sleeping. So what did he see earlier? Was it a hallucination? He probably didn't get much rest. Go back and get to sleep early. The group pulled Ma Hongjun toward the camp as he frowned deeply. He had seen it so clearly. How could he have been mistaken? Frustrated, he looked back again, only to see you waving right at him. Ah, fatty. What are you yelling about? What if you startle that soul beast? But I saw that white tiger waving at me. How could Tang San and the others possibly believe him now? They started dragging Ma Hongjun back to their campsite, but they hadn't gone more than a few steps. When Yu Shaogang and Zhao Wuji came looking for them, why aren't you resting in the middle of the night? What are you all doing out here? Don't you know how dangerous the Star Doe Forest is? Grandmaster, Ma Hongjun had just started to speak when Dai Mubai silenced him again. We're sorry, Grandmaster. We were wrong. Teacher, we're sorry. The Star Doe Forest is fraught with danger. You must never act on your own. Yes, sir. And just like that, it was the next day. You stretched lazily and sat up. The light screen before your eyes showed an age of 4,420 years. You couldn't help but laugh out loud thinking about Ma Hongjun from last night. Even your steps felt much lighter as you headed out to hunt for prey. Suddenly, the sounds of a battle echoed from not too far away. The roar of a white tiger triggered bloody memories of the massacre. You immediately dropped the prey you had just caught. You sprinted towards the sound, only to see a white tiger surrounded by 4 soul ancestor-level soul masters. It roared continuously, trying to escape, but to no avail. Your gaze, however, was fixed on the 4 soul ancestors' attire. Uncontrollable killing intent erupted from your entire body. Martial Soul Hall, all of you will die. A tiger's roar shook the forest. With a roar, you charged at the Soul Masters from the Martial Soul Hall in a surprise attack. You instantly pounced on one of them, knocking him to the ground as you opened your massive jaws. Before the others could react, you bit down, crushing the head of the Soul Master beneath you. Damn beast, let's get it together. Kill this thing. It'll save us the trouble of hunting it down. The remaining 3 immediately unleashed their soul skills, but you dodged every single one with ease. Tiger's roar echoed from the sky, and the 3 from the Martial Soul Hall instantly grew dizzy. Their heads spinning, you immediately closed the distance. You slammed your tiger claw down on one of their heads, the immense force instantly crushing it. It exploded in the air like a shattered watermelon. The 2 remaining men were horrified. Fear and retreat filled their eyes as they began to back away. You advanced on them step by step, your tiger eyes already bloodshot with rage. It looks like this beast won't let us leave. We'll have to fight for our lives. This beast's attacks are too strong. We can't take it head on. I'll keep it busy from the front. You find a way to get behind it and attack. I refuse to believe the 2 of us can't take this beast down together. Right, let's do it. The 2 of them discussed their strategy openly. So you decided to play along. If they were going to give you an opening like that, you were definitely going to take it. You dare face me alone? Then die. Just then, one of them started darting around in front of you, while the other took the chance to circle around behind. You pushed off with your legs, lunging at the man in front of you, your claws swiping rapidly. Two cold glints of light shot out, and before the man could react, two extremely deep claw marks appeared on his body. He froze on the spot, mechanically raising a hand to cover the wound, only to realize his hands had been chopped into several pieces. The moment he raised his arms, they scattered onto the ground. He looked down. To see the wound running through his entire torso was deep enough to see the bone. The ribs in his chest were broken into several pieces, and fresh blood gushed continuously from his beating heart. Finally, he collapsed powerlessly into a pool of blood. At that moment, the other person's attack was already coming down. You turned your head and let out a furious roar. Your tiger claws swiped through the air, and several cold glints of light flashed, striking your opponent. You and the Soul Master were sent flying back at the same time, blood splattering in the air. Seeing this, the white tiger forced its heavily injured body to walk over to your side. It anxiously licked your head. It was only then that you realized you had saved the female white tiger who was looking for a mate yesterday. You glanced at the wound on your back. Although it was bleeding profusely, it hadn't injured the bone. It would heal in a few days. You got up and walked to the last Soul Master. At this point, he only had one breath left. His eyes were filled with despair. He wanted to say something, but his throat was blocked by the gushing blood. Your tiger claw stomped down heavily, ending his life. You were about to leave when you heard the female white tiger whimpering softly. You turned your head to look at her. You saw that her eyes were filled with adoration. You never thought that a hero saving a damsel in distress would also work among soul beasts. You let out a few low growls, signaling for the female white tiger to leave. At the same time, under her gaze, you stood on your hind legs. You crossed both tiger paws over your chest, looking down at her from above. The female white tiger was quite frightened by your actions and immediately took a defensive stance. Seeing this, you immediately took your prey back to your territory, skillfully skinning it, washing it clean, and roasting it over a fire. Over time, you became more and more skilled at using your tiger claws. Soon, they would be as flexible as human hands. After eating, you sniffed at some unknown flowers and plants, then picked some, crushed them, and applied them to your wound. Your subconscious told you that these flowers and plants could help you recover quickly. Soon, a wave of exhaustion washed over you. You slowly closed your eyes and fell asleep. In the middle of the night, the sound of footsteps echoed through the forest. Your tiger ears twitched slightly. You immediately opened your eyes and saw Soul Masters, one after another, dressed in Spirit Hall uniforms, moving quickly through the outskirts of the Star Doe forest. Before long, a bird call rang out. They all gathered in one direction. That was the spot where you had killed the 4 Soul Masters from Spirit Hall during the day. It seemed they hadn't returned, so someone came looking for them. They appeared one after the other. The soul beast that appeared later is very powerful. One man's head was crushed by a bite, another was clawed to death. The last one was severely injured and had his head stomped on. It seems to be a white tiger. Weren't their entire clan slaughtered by Elder Yu? How are there still some left? Who knows, maybe they were a couple of stragglers. Everyone, spread out, search for the white tiger carefully. Once you find it, don't act rashly. Immediately send a signal to gather and kill it together. The others acknowledged and quickly spread out to search the surrounding area. You took it all in. You then followed 2 of the Spirit Hall Soul Masters. They were completely unaware of the danger from the trees above. You seized the opportunity and leapt down, your huge body crushing the 2 from Spirit Hall. Before they could even make a sound, their chests were crushed by your huge tiger claws. Their hearts shattered and they died. You hooked one of the bodies with your claw. You tossed them into the bushes to hide them, then moved to the next spot to continue your watch. In the darkness of night, with every strike, you silently take out a few of them. As the sky slowly brightens, the number of people from Spirit Hall dwindles. Suddenly, the long-awaited sound of footsteps rings out. You immediately reveal yourself and pounce, and a scream rings out. Only then do you realize the person isn't from Spirit Hall. She has long, deep purple hair tied in a high ponytail. She's dressed in dark green combat gear, with a dragon-crested dagger at her waist. It's Meng Yiren, the granddaughter of Duke Long and Serpent Granny. You immediately halt and land in front of her. Meng Yiren's face is filled with terror. She can clearly feel the killing intent emanating from the tiger before her. In the distance, the sound of someone cutting through the air can be heard. A powerful expert is approaching rapidly. You immediately turn and disappear into the bushes. Meng Yiren is about to give chase, but is blocked by members of Spirit Hall. Get out of my way. Where did this little brat come from? How dare you speak to us like that? I'd like to see who dares to speak to our granddaughter that way. Just then, Duke Long and Serpent Granny appear. I was wondering who it was. Turns out it's just some grunts from Spirit Hall. The few members of Spirit Hall in front of them immediately let out a muffled groan as blood trickles from their mouths. Duke Long and Serpent Granny, it's you. At least you're smart enough to recognize us. What's this? Are you trying to lay a hand on our granddaughter? It's all a misunderstanding. We are here under the orders of Her Holiness the Supreme Pontiff to hunt spirit beasts. Don't try to use the Supreme Pontiff to intimidate us. Even if I were to kill you right now, she wouldn't say a thing. Yes, you are right. Now, get lost. Or must I personally see you off? The members of Spirit Hall didn't dare hesitate. They hurriedly fled. I told you not to run off by yourself. Don't you know how dangerous it is here? Let's go. We'll find a spirit beast that's suitable for your martial soul. Meng Yiren then leaves with Duke Long and Serpent Granny. She can't figure out why that tiger didn't attack her. Meanwhile, on the other side, you are hidden in a dense tree, coldly watching the few members of Spirit Hall below preparing to leave. They've been injured by Serpent Granny. This is the perfect chance for revenge. For the annihilation of my clan. Today, I'll start by collecting some interest. You suddenly lunge down, your two tiger claws viciously piercing through the chests of two of them. Before the others can react, you leap back into the bushes. What was that? It looked like a spirit beast, but also like a person. Just as they were feeling confused, you appear once more. Your towering figure looms over one of them, and your tiger claw strikes down swiftly. The man is torn in two before he can even activate his defensive spirit ability, blood scattering through the air. This time, they finally see it clearly. Their attacker is a tiger that stands on two legs. You give them a cruel smile before diving back into the bushes. The terrain here is against us. Let's get out of here. The others follow without hesitation. But you have no intention of letting them escape so easily. Help me. No. One by one, you ambush them from behind and kill them, until the sun finally rises. You stand atop a large tree at the very edge of the Stardow forest and let out a furious roar. Then, you make a throat-slitting gesture as the few surviving members of Spirit Hall watch the scene unfold. Their faces twisted in disgust. To think they were threatened by a spirit beast. They immediately returned to the Spirit Hall to report the incident, while you turned and headed back into the Stardow Great Forest. Your cultivation has now reached 5,860 years. In the outer regions, you can pretty much do as you please. You've now been exposed to the Spirit Hall, and even though you're growing quickly, you are still on your own. Your gaze fell upon the Stardow Great Forest, specifically, on the spirit beasts over 100 years old in its outermost ring. With so many of them here, it would be a waste not to make use of them. Besides, you'll eventually have to push into the forest's central forbidden zone. Gathering some strength now would be wise for your future plans. A moment later, you entered the territory of your first target, a 100-year-old hummingbird spirit beast. You released your immense pressure in an instant. The hummingbird was so terrified it fainted and fell from the sky. It didn't even have a chance to flee. You had planned on using the carrot and stick approach. A bit of pain followed by a reward to win it over. But you didn't expect it to be so timid. You hadn't even gotten to the reward part. You sighed and picked up the hummingbird. You then headed for the territory of a 100-year-old spotted cat. The moment you stepped in, you heard its threatening growl. As you slowly approached, the 100-year-old spotted cat sensed the immense pressure coming from you. It instantly became docile, cowering on the ground and whimpering to curry favor. You mercilessly planted your paw on its head. Listen, kitty, from this day on, you're my Lin Zan's underling. Got a problem with that? The 100-year-old spotted cat, which had been so terrified it had wet itself, immediately widened its eyes in delighted surprise, and began to eagerly lick your tiger paw. Meows, I'd love to. For a small, 100-year-old spirit beast like me to become an underling of the great Lord Tiger. It's a dream come true. Just then, the unconscious hummingbird woke up. It stood on your head, utterly confused. I'm still alive? You reached up and plucked the hummingbird off your head. It was tiny, not even as big as one of your claws. Alright, little hummingbird, I'll give you two choices. 1. I feed you to this cat. 2. You become my underling. The choice is yours. I'll do it. I'll be Lord White Tiger's underling. It couldn't fathom why such good fortune had fallen upon it. From this day forward, the hummingbird finally had someone to back it up. The 100-year-old spotted cat sidled up to you. Boss, there's a 300-year-old blue patterned snake over there that tried to kill me once. You have to get revenge for me. Lead the way. Time passed quickly. In the blink of an eye, night began to fall. You sat atop a giant boulder, looking down at the underlings you had recruited. They were all spirit beasts between 100 and 1,000 years old, but their strength was in their numbers. Alright, disperse, and remember what I told you. Keep an eye out for anyone from the spirit hall entering the Star Do Great Forest, and report to me immediately. Meanwhile, in the forbidden zone of the Star Do Great Forest, the azure bull python emerged from the lake. It seems a different kind of spirit beast has appeared in the forest. The Titan giant ape looked at him, confused. What do you mean? It's nothing. We just need to guard this place. Whatever happens out there is none of our concern. The 5th day, your cultivation reached 7,300 years. You continued to recruit spirit beasts from the outer ring as your underlings every day. As for those who refused to submit, you had no problem killing them on the spot. Just then, the hummingbird flew over quickly and landed on your paw. Boss, something's happened to the phoenix tail coxcomb snake model. He's being hunted by 2 powerful groups of spirit masters, little hummingbird. Go and tell all the spirit beasts under my command to gather where the phoenix tail coxcomb serpent is. Yes, boss. The hummingbird flew off at once, while you instantly appeared where the phoenix tail coxcomb serpent was being cornered. Just as Oscar raised his dagger to make the kill and claim its spirit ring, a sudden tiger's roar echoed. Tang San and the others immediately went on guard. You crossed your arms over your chest, and walked out slowly on your hind legs, trying to kill my little bro. Without even saying hello to me? Zhao Wouyuqi's face grew serious as he immediately shielded his students. Be careful, this spirit beast looks different from the others. Anyone can see that, it's so obvious. We don't need you to tell us. Just as the two sides were facing off, the Dragon Duke and Serpent Granny suddenly appeared with Meng Yiren. How is this white tiger standing on 2 legs? I don't feel the aura of a powerful spirit beast. Could it be a trick? Meng Yiren's eyes, on the other hand, were sparkling. She recognized it at once. It was the same white tiger spirit beast that had let her go before. He's so cool. Is this really the time to be thinking he's cool? What if this white tiger is absurdly powerful and we all end up in its stomach? We'll see how cool he is then. Right now, within the Star Do Great Forest, all 3 parties were at a standstill, none daring to make a move, each observing the others. Did you just say this phoenix tail coxcomb serpent is your little bro? Of course. The Dragon Duke and Serpent Granny exchanged a look, and both saw the terror in each other's eyes. As far as they knew, within the Star Do Great Forest, the only creature capable of human speech was the sky blue bull python from the Forbidden Zone. And now, there was another. This meant the spirit beast was incredibly old and immensely powerful. The Dragon Duke and Serpent Granny frowned, subtly pulling Meng Yiren behind them. If the situation turned bad, they would immediately use their spirit fusion skill to escape. They wouldn't hesitate for a second. I wonder what your request is, sir? The phoenix tail coxcomb serpent comes with me, and I'll act as if none of this ever happened. Alright, the Dragon Duke's eyes narrowed slightly. Serpent Granny also looked thoughtful. 100,000-year spirit beast being this reasonable. Something isn't right. You could tell they were suspicious. But you went forward anyway, scooped up the phoenix tail coxcomb serpent, and turned to leave. The Dragon Duke and Serpent Granny glanced at each other. Then, they suddenly attacked. The dragon coiled around the Dragon Duke's coiling dragon staff. Martial Soul sprang to life. He swung his staff, summoning 8 black dragons that quickly bound your limbs. Serpent Granny struck the ground with her staff. Instantly, 100 serpent-shaped stone pillars erupted before you, forming a maze-like cage. What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to get yourselves killed? Take a closer look. I don't know why this spirit beast can talk. But it's definitely not a 100,000-year-old one. Only then did Zhao Wouyuqi realize he had been bluffed. You stretched your limbs and let out a furious roar as the muscles in your arms and legs bulged. With a powerful tug, you instantly snapped the black dragon chains. The Dragon Duke's expression changed dramatically. Watch out! Serpent-shaped pillars suddenly flew through the air, crashing down heavily on the spot where the Dragon Duke and Serpent Granny had been standing. It seems you really don't want me to leave. All this smoke and mirrors. Today I'm going to capture you and find out what makes you so strange. Capture me? You'll have to ask my brothers if they're okay with that. Countless spirit beasts appeared in an instant, surrounding Zhao Wou. Dragon Duke and Serpent Grandma and their group were surrounded, but it was only by some 100 and 1,000-year-old spirit beasts. So what if there are a lot of them? It's highly unlikely they can kill you. But can you protect the young ones by your side? They certainly don't have your strength. As soon as these words were spoken, Zhao Wuji's expression turned the sourest. Dragon Duke and Serpent Grandma only needed to protect Meng Yiren. If things went wrong, they could just turn and leave. Zhao Wuji had the 7 Shrek members and Yu Shaogang with him. Even though he's a soul saint, it would be difficult to protect everyone under the siege of so many spirit beasts. You too, I don't want to get involved in your business. You can take the phoenix-tailed crested serpent. We don't want it, we're leaving now. Please don't stop us. Just as Zhao Wuji was about to lead Yu Shaogang, Tang San, and the others away, his path was blocked by a large number of spirit beasts. Move! A 100-year-old variegated cat snarled at him. It didn't budge an inch. Zhao Wuji's face turned ashen. For a mighty soul saint like him to be threatened by a mere 100-year-old spirit beast. It would be humiliating if word got out. What is the meaning of this? Leaving now? You're dreaming. Zhao Wuji's face twitched with anger. How could he not know? You intended to use him to counterbalance Dragon Duke and Serpent Grandma. After all, his side had more people to protect. This was the first time Zhao Wuji felt that Yu Shaogang was useless. If his soul power could reach level 60, he, Zhao Wuji, would dare to fight his way out. But unfortunately, Yu Shaogang's soul power was only at level 29. His combat power was the lowest among them all. Of course, Dragon Duke and Serpent Grandma also saw through your intentions. You're a clever one, for a white tiger. It's a pity you haven't heard of the Dragon Duke and Serpent Grandma's reputation, have you? I've certainly heard of the unrivaled Dragon Grandma, but are you two so sure you can protect your own granddaughter? The Dragon Duke and Serpent Grandma narrowed their eyes and glanced around. Although the spirit beasts here were all under 10,000 years old, if a fight broke out, they really might not be able to protect Meng Yiren. Besides, if the students behind Zhao Wuji were seriously injured or killed, he would surely seek revenge. That would be an even greater threat. To think, after living for decades, I'm being threatened by a spirit beast. So be it. We'll meet again. Dragon Duke and Serpent Grandma immediately left with Meng Yiren. Zhao Wuji didn't hesitate, taking Tang San, Yu Shaogang, and the others to follow right after. Only then did you breathe a sigh of relief. To be honest, you didn't want to fight either. Otherwise, no one would have come out on top. A hummingbird zipped through the forest, only turning back after seeing Dragon Duke, Serpent Grandma, and Zhao Wuji's group were far away. It flew back. Boss, they've left. Thank you for saving my life, boss. No need to be so formal. Since you're one of my underlings. Of course I wouldn't leave you behind. As soon as these words were said, the other spirit beast's eyes went wide. They never imagined that becoming an underling could actually earn them protection. In the past, low-level spirit beasts like them could only be bullied and killed by the higher-level ones, becoming food for their bellies. You looked at the underlings around you, realizing you should take this chance to say a few words to win them over. Brothers, we spirit beasts have always been like scattered sand, each fighting for ourselves. That's why we get killed by those human soul masters and become their spirit rings. As a result, the human soul masters grow even stronger. Once they reach their bottleneck again, they will come back to kill spirit beasts for their spirit rings and spirit bones. This cycle will just continue. The more of our kind that die, the stronger the human soul masters will become. In the end, spirit beasts will just be stepping stones on their path to greater power. But if we unite and resist the soul masters' hunts together, then their spirit power levels will stagnate, and their strength will be weakened. But we spirit beasts will be unaffected. Our cultivation years will continue to increase. If this happens, the tables will turn in our favor. So, my fellow spirit beasts, we must unite. We cannot let the human soul masters slaughter us as they please. We must fight back. You raise your fist and roar. The roar echoes through almost the entire Star Do Great Forest. All the spirit beasts stare at you, stunned. It is utterly silent, just when you think you've gone too far. The spirit beasts all roar up at the sky in unison. Leader, I will follow you and fight back against the human soul masters. All the spirit beasts roar as one. At this moment, they see you as their savior. You lightly press down with your tiger paw, signaling for quiet. Spirit beasts have suffered under the soul masters for far too long. This path will be difficult, but I will not give up. I will lead everyone down this path. In an instant, all the spirit beasts roar with all their might, showing their determination to follow you. Meanwhile, in the forbidden forest of life, the sleeping titan giant ape is awakened by wave after wave of roars. It sees the sky blue bull python staring intently toward the outer forest. Looks like a truly remarkable fellow has appeared in the forest. Things are about to get interesting. The titan giant ape scratches its head and slowly closes its eyes again. This wasn't the first time the sky blue bull python had said something like that. It was tired of hearing it. Elsewhere, you look down at the frenzied herd below, knowing that you have achieved your goal. Brothers, from this day forward, we spirit beasts must band together, united as one. We will fight the human soul masters together. Leader, what about the other spirit beasts? Of course, we'll bring them over to our side, and if they're not willing, then we will use force. We'll beat some sense into their muddled heads, and if we can't beat sense into them, then we'll kill them. Any spirit beast that stands in our way is our enemy, no different from the human soul masters. The spirit beasts below roar with excitement. Many others, drawn by the sound, are also moved by your speech. And one after another, they declare their wish to join. At this point, basically all the spirit beasts in the outermost region have become your followers, all of them looking to you for leadership. Everyone, remember this. Keep a close watch on any human soul masters who enter the Star Doe Great Forest. Especially those from Spirit Hall. And one more thing. Everyone must train hard and increase their strength as quickly as possible. That is the foundation of our fight against the human soul masters. The spirit beasts immediately bow their heads respectfully. Then, they leave in an orderly fashion. Meanwhile, Tang San and his group finally find a 1,000-year man-faced demon spider after several days. To test them, Zhao Wuji does not join the battle. Just as they defeat the man-faced demon spider and are about to kill it, a series of roars suddenly erupts all around them. What's going on? Could it be a beast tide? Soon, spirit beasts slowly approached, surrounding Zhao Wuji and the others. Each of them had a ferocious look on its face, constantly letting out low, warning growls. How did so many spirit beasts appear? Everyone, be careful. Under their wary gazes, the man-faced demon spider struggled to get up. It slowly walked into the pack of beasts, and the surrounding spirit beasts immediately backed away. Until they all disappeared, they came to save the man-faced demon spider. What the hell is going on in this Star Doe forest? We can't let the man-faced demon spider get away like this. That's the spirit beast Tang San had so much trouble finding. What else can we do but let it go? My mission is to protect you all, teacher. Don't spirit beasts usually fight on their own? Especially powerful ones, they'd never team up with weaker spirit beasts. But just now, I saw many 1,000-year spirit beasts mixed in with 100-year ones in that pack. And they were from all different clans. You're right, maybe there's some hidden reason for this that we don't know. Could it be related to that beast roar from before? Everyone nodded in agreement. Earlier, when they were searching for spirit beasts, they heard waves of tiger roars, as well as the sound of other spirit beasts howling at the sky in unison. All of this is extremely unusual. We can't waste any more time in the Star Doe forest. Let's go somewhere else to get spirit rings. Right, let's leave now. I don't want to stay in this godforsaken place for another second. Tang San and the others had no objections. They immediately started walking toward the outskirts of the Star Doe forest. Meanwhile, the spirit beasts brought the man-faced demon spider before you. Boss, we saved another spirit beast. You did very well. We spirit beasts must stick together. Let's show those human spirit masters our power. Upon receiving praise, the spirit beasts all looked extremely excited. You walked up to the 1,000-year man-faced demon spider. Do you want to join us? I'll join. You narrowed your eyes. Man-faced demon spiders are insidious and cunning spirit beasts. For it to agree so readily, it must have ulterior motives. But since it agreed in front of so many spirit beasts, I can't just kick it out without a reason. Since it's not being honest, I'll use this opportunity to set some rules for all the spirit beasts. After the spirit beasts dispersed, you stood on a giant rock, looking at the forbidden zone of the Standoff forest. Soon, I'll be able to enter it. At that moment, the azure bull python also emerged from the lake of life, its huge eyes looking calmly in your direction. The titan giant ape had also woken up by now, its eyes automatically locking onto your position. Night fell, and the Standoff forest became peaceful once more. You felt the immense power within your body. Age: 11,620 years. Suddenly, you felt that gaining 1 year of age per minute was too slow. Why can't it be 10 years of age per minute? No, 100 years. 1,000 years, 10,000 years. A maniacal smile appeared on your face. You even felt like breaking into the forbidden zone of life right now. Suddenly, your entire being was caught in a vortex of power. You didn't know how much time had passed before you came to your senses. I can't go on like this. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'll become someone I don't even recognize. Just then, a 100-year hummingbird flew over quickly from the distance. Boss, you're awake. Did anything happen today? The spirit masters entering the Standoff forest haven't lessened, but they all avoid our territory to hunt spirit beasts. How is the scouting of the surrounding spirit beasts going? There's a ghost king tiger of about 10,000 years. The dappled cat tried to approach it before and nearly died before even entering its territory. Lead the way. Today, I'm going to pay this ghost king tiger a visit. The 100-year hummingbird immediately flew up, letting out a sharp cry. The surrounding spirit beasts were instantly alerted and quickly gathered. Soon, you stepped into the ghost king tiger's domain. The other spirit beasts all stood outside the territory. The 100-year dappled cat was extremely excited. Boss, show no mercy. Kill it. Suddenly, it shut its mouth and quickly lowered its head. It was as if it wasn't the one who had just been roaring. A black tiger appeared before them. It had no tiger stripes on its body, and on its back were 3 bony fins. Its eyes were 1 gold and 1 silver, and the tip of its tail carried a bone blade. White tiger, what are you doing in my territory? Are you looking to die? I've come to invite you to join us. A bunch of rabble, you're not even worthy of being my prey. Join us, and we'll fight the human spirit masters together. Just you? Beat me first, then we can talk. If you can't beat me, you'll just become my meal. It gave you no time to react at all. It attacked immediately. Not to be outdone, you also let out a furious roar and charged forward. When the Ghost King Tiger saw you stand up on your hind legs, exposing your soft underbelly to its attack, it instantly grew excited. It increased the force of its attack. You pushed off forcefully with your hind legs and leapt. You landed steadily on its back, to the Ghost King Tiger's surprise. You didn't think I was that foolish to expose my weak spot to you, did you? The moment you underestimated me, your movements slowed by a fraction. The Ghost King Tiger struggled desperately to break free from your control. The bone blade on its tail suddenly shot out. What's there to be smug about? With a fierce swat, you knocked the bone blade away. The Ghost King Tiger snorted coldly. 3 solid clones appeared around it. You're just an ordinary white tiger. It's truly impressive that you've grown to this level. But since you're courting death, I have no reason to spare you. If you want to fight, then fight. Why waste so much breath on useless talk? You raised your paw and slammed it down fiercely on the Ghost King Tiger clone beneath you. With one strike, the clone's head was instantly shattered. The Ghost King Tiger grunted. Slowly exhaled. You've only destroyed one of my clones. The Ghost King Tiger slowly retreated, disappearing into the shadows behind it. You let out a fierce roar, crossing your paws and swiping down hard. Instantly, 2 attacks flew out towards the shadows. But they didn't cause a single ripple. You looked around. The Ghost King Tiger's territory was full of shadows, perfect for hiding. Now, all you could do was reveal an opening to lure it out. You slowly turned your body, warily watching the surrounding shadows. And sure enough, the Ghost King Tiger pounced fiercely from behind. You quickly turned and clashed with it, tearing at each other. You attacked each other relentlessly. Just as the Ghost King Tiger was on the verge of defeat, a voice sounded from behind. White Tiger, you're still too naive. The Ghost King Tiger's silver pupils flashed, unleashing a mental shockwave. You instantly felt a splitting headache, shaking your head constantly, unable to even suppress the Ghost King Tiger's clone beneath you. It bit down hard on you. 4 fangs pierced deep into your body, but you still had no strength to resist. All you could feel was a splitting headache and a dazed mind. Just then, another Ghost King tiger slowly emerged from the shadows. You can't even beat my clone, and you want to make me your follower? You looked at the 3 Ghost King tigers that had appeared, calculating in your mind. So they're all finally here. If I couldn't resist an attack just now, then the real Ghost King tiger would have remained hidden. As it gradually approached, the look of pain in your eyes vanished. Everything just now was an act. It was all to lure the Ghost King tiger out. White tiger, although we are of the same kind, this is how battles between spirit beasts are. It's kill or be killed. At that moment, you seized the opportunity, leaping up to counterattack. In just a couple of breaths, you had already killed the 2 clones in front of you. The real Ghost King tiger let out 2 muffled grunts, blood trickling from its mouth as it shook its head non-stop. You pounced fiercely, pinning it to the ground. Ghost King tiger, you are very arrogant. Now, I'll give you 2 choices. 1, die. 2, become my follower. I will never submit. You didn't waste any more words. You immediately started tearing at the Ghost King tiger's body. It screamed in agony, as blood flowed out endlessly. The 100-year modeled cat ran over just then. Ghost King tiger, joining us will only do you good, no harm. Boss White Tiger calls for us spirit beasts to unite. Only then can we resist the slaughter by human spirit masters. Do you want to become a spirit ring for a human spirit master, and have your spirit bone absorbed too? Is what this little cat says true? Of course. Why should we spirit beasts be the stepping stones for human spirit masters to become stronger? Why can't we fight back? If that's the case, I am willing to join. Only then did you release the Ghost King tiger. It prostrated respectfully on the ground. Ghost King tiger pays his respects to Lord White Tiger. Since you've joined, we are all brothers now. Let's get along well from now on. Together, we will resist the human spirit masters. The onlooking spirit beasts immediately roared. Boss White Tiger is mighty. Congratulations, Boss White Tiger, on gaining a powerful warrior. Boss, I did a great job just now, didn't I? I persuaded the Ghost King tiger to surrender. You naturally understood the modeled cat's intentions. You lifted it up in one swift motion. Let us all cheer together. The 100-year modeled cat had never received such treatment before. It immediately felt that even dying would be worth it. Afterwards, you ordered your subordinate spirit beasts to find some hemostatic and healing herbs, crush them, and apply them to the Ghost King tiger and yourself. Do you think this plan can succeed? Of course. It won't be long before powerful human spirit masters learn about the situation here. They will definitely come to investigate. You're just a 10,000-year spirit beast. How can you possibly resist a titled Duluo-level spirit master? Then are you aware that 8 days ago, I was merely a 100-year spirit beast? The Ghost King tiger's pupils contracted instantly. It stared at you in astonishment. Is what you're saying true, model? Of course. It will only take less than 3 months. And I'll be able to grow into a 100,000-year-old spirit beast. Why are you telling me this? Aren't you afraid I'll kill you and seize your destiny? You can't kill me. Just focus on being my underling. You'll get your fair share of the rewards. The Ghost King tiger smiled, then lay down on the ground to rest. You also got up and left, returning to your own territory. The 100-year hummingbird was not by your side. You had sent it out to secretly watch the man-faced demon spider. Night fell. The hummingbird's cry suddenly rang out. You immediately opened your eyes and hurried toward the source of the sound. A moment later, you appeared in the Ghost King tiger's territory. Right then, the man-faced demon spider already had its 8 legs ripped off, leaving it unable to resist. Boss, save me. The Ghost King tiger is trying to kill me. The Ghost King tiger, however, remained standing where it was. How do you plan to handle this? No rush. We'll wait for the other spirit beasts to get here. The 100-year hummingbird flew in quickly from the distance, landing on your shoulder. It spoke in a low voice. Before long, all the spirit beasts had gathered. Seeing the situation, every one of them frowned. Man-faced demon spider, I ask you, are you certain it was the Ghost King tiger who wanted to kill you? Yes. Wasn't it you who wanted to take advantage of the Ghost King tiger's serious injuries to devour it? Of course not. Man-faced demon spider, stop the act. The boss knew you were sinister and cunning. He knew you wouldn't submit so easily. That's why he had me watch you. Today, the Ghost King tiger was injured, and you finally couldn't hold back and made your move. How dare you still try to deny it? You're shameless, a traitor to all beasts, the disgrace of all spirit beasts. You gently stroked the hummingbird's feathers, calming its fiery temper. My brothers, this matter is quite obvious. The man-faced demon spider's submission was a complete lie. In truth, it was just waiting for an opportunity to ambush us when we were seriously injured. The other spirit beasts immediately roared with fury. They all stared angrily at the man-faced demon spider. Brothers, how should we deal with this traitor? Kill it, devour it. You stepped forward, grabbed the immobilized man-faced demon spider, and threw it directly into the pack. Boss, no, I'm begging you, spare me. The man-faced demon spider, seeing it was about to be devoured by the pack, immediately began to beg for mercy out of fear. But in an instant, it was pinned down tightly by the other spirit beasts, giving it no chance to fight back. In a flash, they had devoured it completely. Just then, you let out a roar that silenced all the spirit beasts. Brothers, since we've gathered together to fight against the human spirit masters, then we must have rules. Anyone who violates the law of the beasts shall be punished by all. Now, I shall declare the law of the beasts. First, to join us is to become a brother. You are forbidden from harming your brothers. You must help and support each other. Second, we must be united against all outsiders. And third, you are forbidden from disobeying orders. Fourth, loyalty comes first. Personal gain comes second. Fifth, all of you, burn these beast rules into your hearts. Memorize them perfectly. Any soul beast that dares to violate them, I don't care who you are, or how old a soul beast you are, I will not spare you. Now, all of you get some rest. Tomorrow, we continue to expand our territory. At his command, the soul beasts all scattered. The Ghost King Tiger came forward. Boss, it seems you've had this idea for a while, just without the right opportunity. That's right, we can only go further with rules. Otherwise, what's the difference from before? I will memorize the beast rules. But we should also have a name, like the Human Spirit Hall, or the Clear Sky Clan. We shall be called the Myriad Beast Palace. In the blink of an eye, the sun rose once more. Age, 13,060 years. You lead your subordinate soul beasts and begin to expand into the mixed zone. The soul beasts there are much more powerful than the ones on the outskirts, but our strength lies in our numbers. Charging forward as one, there weren't many casualties. Suddenly, a 100-year variegated cat came to report. Boss, there's a flirty fox who wants to see you. Let her in. Before long, an elegant three-eyed demon fox walked in alluringly. Her silver fur was exceptionally smooth. With every step, she left a faint blue glow. But what impressed you the most was the spot between her brows. Third eye, like a crystal, with a pupil that was surprisingly divided into 3 layers. Her 7 tails were like glazed glass, and seemed to be burning with a faint, ethereal blue foxfire. Each tail had a single eye on it. You couldn't help but be impressed. My king, I have come to pledge myself to you. You took the opportunity to pull the 3-eyed demon fox into your arms, stroking her fur. You had to admit, the fur was incredibly smooth, much more satisfying than petting a cat. My king, you're so impatient. You blinked, unsure of what to say for a moment. Though this 3-eyed demon fox before you was an absolute beauty among foxes, you just couldn't appreciate it. You immediately pushed the 3-eyed demon fox away. Your eyes gazed into the distance. You wish to join my Myriad Beast Palace? Of course, this humble servant has long heard of the Tiger King's thunderous reputation. I am quite infatuated with you. Are all you foxes so seductive? My, what a thing to say, Your Majesty. Do you like it? You are, of course, welcome to join my Myriad Beast Palace. But there's no need for this act. The 3-eyed demon fox was a little surprised. This trick of hers was almost always effective. What soul beast hadn't been utterly captivated by her, and made to do her bidding? Why wasn't it working here? He even looked disgusted. My king, the 3-eyed demon fox, not giving up, once again rubbed herself against you. At the same time, she secretly activated her charm skill. You felt your gaze uncontrollably lock onto the 3-eyed demon fox. She even transformed into the likeness of Daji. At that moment, the 3-eyed demon fox walked up to you, breathing out a fragrant scent from her mouth. My king, do you like me? You wore a smile. Your tiger claw gently caressed the 3-eyed demon fox's fur as the 100-year-old mottled cat shrieked, trying to warn you. That seductive fox is trying to bewitch the boss. But one of the 3-eyed demon fox's tails shot straight up. The single eye on it stared at the 100-year-old mottled cat, instantly putting it into a trance. Your tiger claw moved higher, suddenly tightening around the 3-eyed demon fox's neck. Are you looking for death? Its face suddenly filled with terror. Golden light patterns flashed across its body as it immediately begged for mercy. My king, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. You still didn't let up. Instead, you increased the pressure, your eyes filled with killing intent. Do you have any idea what the punishment is for insubordination? My king, I was truly wrong. As its eyes began to roll back into its head, you finally let go. Considering this is your first offense, I can let it slide. But if there is a next time, I will definitely kill you. The three-eyed demon fox gasped for air. It didn't understand why its charming spell didn't work. But it was, after all, a 10,000-year-old soul beast. Its power was naturally more than just that. It glanced warily at the shadows. The moment it had stepped into the territory, it had sensed the danger coming from within. Oh my, great king. I was only joking. You didn't actually get angry, did you? Since you're willing, then you can stay. Thank you, my king.